going on? So I was at my mate's place yesterday, and we were shooting the breeze, having a couple of beers, and I was talking about doing wanting to do a tanker for FATBETTY, and today I was going to be filming some of the tow truck video, the running video, towing the shop truck in the backyard, and it may or may not have been posted on YouTube by the time this is posted, but it's too hot for me outside today. I'm not sure what it is today, but yesterday it was about 30 degrees, and I find that heat a bit hard to deal with. It's real harsh heat here, it bites. It's like sitting in a microwave when you're in the full sun in summer. So I'm hiding in the shed, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a quick one day, knock out a tanker trailer for this. Well, let's try to. We'll see how we get on. I'll just build the tanker, and I'll add the same bogies that I use on all my other trailers. They're sitting out in the backyard, so I'll go and get that. And no, I just thought I'd video it just for a bit of shits and giggles, and thought you might like it, because we haven't done anything on this old girl for a while. So what I'll do is I'll grab the camera and we'll go into the other half of the shed where I've got my little stash of scrap metal, and look at what we're going to do. Okay, so I grabbed a piece of flue out of the upper part of the shed. No light in there, so it wasn't worth filming, but old fire flue from a fire we pulled out, and got the FATBETTY here for mocking up, but I think this piece is going to be too short. Let me just sit that there for a sec. Yeah, so that's too short a trailer. I want a longer tanker than that. So I'll go and get the other piece of flue, and we'll see how we go. I'll cut it down shorter. So, alright, longer piece of flue. I would have preferred to have used this because it's sort of rusty and patinaed, but this will do. This will give me plenty of length. I'll just cut this one up. It's scrap metal anyway, it's not being used again. So I might go out and get the bogey off the other trailer, and then I can get an idea of how long I want this. Think of a tanker, an oval shaped tanker. It won't be round. I'll stand on that and squish it a bit and cap the ends. Tanker similar to the tanker in Duel, maybe? I don't know. This is a one day make it up as you go along and see if shit sticks. So I'll go get the bogies off the trailer, and we'll see how we go. What's going on? Hey? Righto, so I got the bogies off the trailer, and that's a rough mock up, but it gives me what I need. I'm gonna cut this off the front, this mesh stuff, and I'll cut it at the back just before this. It looks like lead and shit from silicon where it was in the old roof, so I'll cut it before that because I don't want to be dealing with that garbage, and it should be close enough. So I'm going to get at it, cut this up. Okay, so that gives me a rough length. I just got to cut a wee bit off the end with there where the perforated part is, then stand on it and squish it to an oval shape. Then we'll take another look at it and think about doing the rails underneath. I've got to sand back all that galv and get that off the steel because I don't want to be welding that, so there'll be a bit of prep work going on there. Jeez, it's hot today. You probably can hear me panting a wee bit. This weather, man. Anyway, we'll carry on. So I've got some rails. I was going to use these square rails, which are parts of shelving units, but I'm going to save these for something else, I reckon. I'm just going to use these round tubes for the rails on this tanker. I got plenty of this stuff. It's old camping chairs that I've not thrown away and cut up instead, and starting to get the look. I sat on it and stood on it a bit, but it didn't curve the way I thought it would, and it started to deform the sides here, and I don't want it to pinch and bend. I'm not too sure how to get the oval shape without it distorting, so what I might do is have a crack at doing the end cap for the back end here, because I may cut this out and along so it drops down so it's straighter. We'll see how we go, but I think the first port of call will be to put a end cap on there and put a bit more thought into the rails and how they'll mount to the bogie, and I'll probably just tack those onto the bottom of this piece of flue here, tanker. This may not be watertight. I'd only tack it together. I'm not going to run beads around this shit, so I'll tack it together and then I'll just gunk it, I think, and that'll be it. I may not get that far today. I'm just going to do the basics today. You know, later on I'd like to put a little pump in it and boom on the back there for watering and things like that, but we'll see. Alright, onwards and upwards. So okay, I've got this upper piece split. I'll use that for the end cap on here. I just got to figure out how to squeeze this a wee bit without distorting it. And it's pretty warm even in the shed today. Yeah, check this out. Can you see the mercury? So we're at about what's that, 28 C, nearly 82 Fahrenheit inside the shed. It's hotter outside, man, I tell you. Anyway, I'm going to stop, have something to eat, get myself hydrated, and we'll get back out here, see how much more we can do. So yeah, be sensible, he says, using a grinder with his jandals on. Yeah, I blame roadkill for that. Personal responsibility, everybody. Alright, enough silliness, the heat's getting to me. Okay, so I wasn't too sure how to make the oval shape, so what I've done is just welded a little piece of thin rod in here to pull this together. It's got this little piece of sheet on here because I blew it out to help hold it. Before I do the piece across this way, I think what I'm going to do is cut about a 10mm here and go up to this point so that the back of the tanker will have a slight curvature to it. I think it will add strength, and I think it'll allow this to sit nicer there. Maybe 10mm is not enough. Maybe Yeah, 10 will do, 10 to 15. So what I'll do is I'll shape this, then I'll tack another rod in there to hold the width of this tank. Then I can draw the shape on the inside of this and flap off the galv with the flapper disc and all that sort of thing. And I don't think I'm going to tack it on just yet. I was just thinking I'm keen to, but I may want to have a little ladder coming up the back of the tank or something like that, and if I'm going to do that, I'd rather drill holes in the back and plug weld from inside rather than have fat welds. So what I might do is just do the basic shape, leave it open for now and cap it near the end and be patient. I may just tack it on with 1 or 2 tacks that I can break off easy, but I might just leave it open and till I've got the chassis of the tanker welded on. I'm not going to put baffles in it. It's an RC truck, and if you guys have watched FATBETTY, you know how damn slow it is. So this thing will not ever get anywhere near speeds where anything's going to slosh around in there. And even then I don't know if I'm even going to fill it up. It's, you know, it's a model. We'll see. Okay, so you can see the oval shape now. What I did was just use these little bits of rod, which is concrete reinforcing rod, 22, and this one's 28, and then I just tack them together there just to hold the cross, and that should retain the oval shape at the rear of the tanker, so it's pretty good. I blew it out. I was running the welder a bit hot and I've blown it out in a few spots, but I'm not too worried. This is kind of a loose, what would you say, it's roughly going to be like the tanker in Duel, and you may have seen it on YouTube where a guy found the truck that was in Duel in a wrecking yard, and he was so happy because he wanted to take it and fix it up, take it to shows and that. And way down the back of the yard he spotted the tanker, and the guys didn't think anything of it. They didn't know what they had. As far as they were concerned, it was rubbish, and they said it's not even a tanker, and it was, and it was empty inside, and it was all just stuff like this, bracing. It didn't even have a bottom on that tanker. It was all for show. And so this here is probably more of a tanker than the one that was used in Duel was. It won't be holding anything either, I don't think, but yeah, don't mind the roughness, it doesn't matter, as long as it looks the part on the outside, it'll do the trick. So I don't think I'm going to cap the end of it. I think what I'm going to do is start on the chassis, run some rails here, or actually I might just weld up the chassis separately and then tack it to the base of this. I might lay it out again. All this needs to be correct, and I'm thinking I need to hang the bogey off that. Then I've got to figure out whether I'm going to scallop this out, you know, cut it short and down, which is where the back of the tractor unit will be. So I've got to make a decision on whether I'm going to scallop it out like the one in Duel or leave it as a whole oval, which are both valid tanker styles. So yeah, I might do that now a little bit, and turn the camera on when I've got something else to show you. Right, I thought I'd show you this. Mocking up's one of the funnest stages. So I think I want the bogey quite close to the rear of the tanker there, and that looks about right. It's sitting high and the shape isn't being held at this end, so I'm pretty sure what I'll do is I'll end up cutting here and going up and doing that kind of half tank style on the front. But before I do that, I need to get this to hold its shape, the same as at the back there. So what I'm going to do is get some more of that concrete reinforcing rod and cut it to the same dimensions that I did at the back, so 22 by 28 millimeter. And I'm going to try and jam one in here, which I probably won't weld. Hopefully it will just stay there. I don't want to be sticking my head in there and that sort of thing if I'm welding because of the galv, and I don't trust myself to be able to get it off properly in there. And do the same on this end. Even though I'm going to cut half of it away, it'll just hold everything in shape, so that when I start cutting the tank away and putting in patch panels, things don't get too squirrely. So I think that's going to be the plan. But I think it will look alright once the shape's all squared away. It'll look okay. So yeah, I think it's about 82. Where's the... oh yeah, I was looking for the measuring tape, but I got it jammed under there to keep the tanker off the bogey. It's about a metre, just under. I'm pretty sure it's about 82 mils, 82 centimetres, 820 mil I should say. Yeah, it's still hot in here, but that looks alright, eh? I don't think that's too shit. It's starting to look the part already. Once we get that front lowered down and it's a bit more level, and maybe I can put a thing along the top down the centre. I was thinking about using this stuff here that I cut off of it. Cut that, straighten it, have this kind of like vented stuff going down the centre there. That'll be alright. Righto, I'm going to get on with it. Put that bracing in the rest of the tank and we'll see where we're at then. I'm worried about the fumes in the garage from the welding of the galvanised steel, so I'm just going to get out of the shed for a bit and cut this surface off the bottom here, the tin snips, in the fresh air. Okay, so in that line, I flip it off the galv on this end plate here and tacked it on in the
4 spots, and then I cut it out. So that's that. It's even though I'm going to be cutting the bottom away down here and across, I just wanted to do the full end cap, and I've got surplus here. I'll clean this up, and but I wanted this end to hold its shape before I cut a scallop out that piece that goes onto the 5th wheel. I haven't capped the back yet. I'll do that at the end. So yeah, this is the side. This will go up against the tractor unit. So yeah, I think, well, here's the plan. I wanted to kind of roughly cap this end, then do the chassis rails and get the bogie on there so it's sitting on its wheels, and then I know I want it level, so then I know how much I've got to scallop out at the bottom. So it's a kind of make it up as I go along deal. I haven't been planning anything, it's just trying stuff out and see if it works. And this might be a bit, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do here yet, because it's very thin stuff. I'm blowing it out a bit. I suppose I could turn down the welder a bit and see what happens, and see what goes on there. But that's tomorrow's mission. It's cooling down now, so I want to get this footage off this camera, charge up the battery, and film the tow truck stuff out there at dusk. So yeah, I'm calling it quits today. I thought it'd be a 1-day mission, but it's going to be a 2-day mission at least. But something to do. Anyway, I'm not sure if I'll cut this into several parts. I'll have to check the footage, see how long it is. I'll either keep on going tomorrow and it's one video, or I'll break it up. Anyway guys, that's enough for today. I'm going to go and have a break and finish off that tow truck running video.